I'm looking forward to seeing
All right, ready when you are.
All right, let me get your name and how to spell it correctly.
Dan, D-A-N. That looks nothing like you, by the way.
No?
No.
You got his
I stole
haircut.
it from the guy. I'm sorry. No.
Last name's Estrin, E-S-T-R-I-N.
And Dan, what do you play?
I play the guitar.
All right, now is it true you guys have been, or you formed in high school?
You know, we did not form in high school. When I was in high school, I was, Doug and our singer Doug and myself, we went to school together, and we were playing in two different bands. But we were all friends, and that's kind of how we met. We played some shows together, and it was right after high school that we got together.
Sorry. What's it like touring across the country? I know you guys have gone all the way from the East Coast. Now you're on the West Coast. Is that correct?
Touring across the country, it's weird. I mean, it can be amazing, and it can be a drag. It's amazing because, you know, for people that have never got to travel, you get to go travel and play shows in front of thousands of people all the time, it's a blast. But at the same time, you're away from home for so long, and you don't really get to see certain parts of the areas and states and cities that you'd really like to check out. You know, I've been all over the world and haven't really seen much.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
I understand you guys are a pretty tight band. You guys surf together and goof around together a lot. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's true. A couple of the guys, you know, surf, and then the rest of us just goof off.
What's it like hearing your song on the radio?
It's funny. I actually heard one of our songs on the radio yesterday, and you know, I wrote the song. I've heard it a million times. I've played it a million times, but I still keep it on every time I come across it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like respecting myself and the band or something. And it's not like somebody's going to jump out at me and I'm going to hear something differently. It's just kind of it's always cool to hear it. It's exciting still.
Now, we usually ask everybody this, but who inspired you musically? Was there some influence in your life that helped you get to where you're at?
Get out of here. Oh, sorry. You know, I've been inspired by a lot of different artists. Growing up, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, old Red Hot Chili Peppers music was it for me. That and old Guns N' Roses. I mean, I'm still a huge Chili Peppers fan. Those guys just continue to amaze me and write amazing songs. So their attitude and their sound and everything about them was just a turn on.
So, and that helped you?
Yeah, it helped me. It helped me with songwriting and with attitude, and you know, I've also been inspired by producers that we've worked with. You know, the guy who did our first record, his name is Jim Wirt. He you know, inspired me to write a lot of certain things. You know, tons of different styles and writing different ways. And Howard Benson produced our last two records, and he's great too. You know, I mean, he suggests certain things, and I get ideas from that.
Now, is there any way to describe what it's like performing in front of a live audience when the crowd's already gone? What is that like?
The only way I can really explain it is, you know, well, the first time I ever did it, I was 15 years old, you know, and I didn't know, you know, I'd never had any alcohol, I'd never tried any drugs in my life, you know, so it was just, I was high, I was basically on this just this natural high. It was just amazing. So it's better than anything else that I've ever done. You know, I've been buzzed and drunk before, and it's fun, but it's not as cool as playing shows in front of thousands of people.
Do you have any new videos or CDs coming up that you can at least tease us about or tell us about?
We're actually in the studio right now working on a new record. It's probably about 3/4 of the way finished. We're not sure when it's going to come out. Chances are it'll be early next year. Okay. We just want to make it perfect. It's really cool. I'm so excited about this thing, and I'm not sitting here saying, dude, it's way better than The Reason. It's, you know, it's I don't know if it is or not. I'm really happy with it. It's just really cool.
How did you writing to me is an art. So how do you craft a tune like The Reason or some of the other ones you've written? I mean, it seems like magic. So what is it about a song like that you're able to just seem like pull out of the air?
Well, The Reason wasn't really, I mean, for us, it wasn't really pulled out of the air. We've been a band for 11 years, and it took us 11 years to write that song. And I was just sitting in my house one day playing the guitar and came up with the music for it. And I ended up just thinking to myself, this is cool. I wasn't really blown away. Recorded it at home, recorded, you know, everything, drums, bass, and guitar, and some keyboards over it before anybody had heard it, before the band had heard it. And I burnt a CD of it and gave it to our singer, Doug. And he took it and wrote the melody and the lyrics for it. And then, you know, none of us knew what was going to happen with that song. We were all extremely proud of it. And I listened to it and I was like, wow, we can write heavy rock songs and we can write poppy rock ballad songs. And I'm really proud to say that, you know, I was a part of the process for writing that song.
Yeah, it's a real gem. I just got to congratulate you. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Have you, or do you plan on being on MTV's TRL?
We have been on TRL before. On our first record, we had a song called "Crawling in the Dark" that was on TRL, made its way to number 2. So we beat Britney Spears, which was awesome. And we did go on to TRL as well. You know, we flew out to New York and went to the studios there and did some interviews and stuff. It was pretty cool.
All right.
It's just weird. We're not used to that. Like where we come from, we just get up on stage and play in front of kids, you know, and all of our fans jump around and have a good time. And for us to go to New York and go to MTV and to TRL was a trip. It was crazy. It was really cool, but it was just so different.
Anything else I didn't ask you that I should have, or that you'd like to add for your fans?
What time is this airing?
Tonight at 5, so hopefully before you go on.
Yeah, so I mean, anybody out there who's watching that, you know, there's still tons of seats out there that can be filled. And what else are you gonna do out here? It's Lancaster. There's nothing around here.